doing. I'm gonna run across a charter boat that just came in. They're doing some filleting for the customers and feeding the tarpon. Guys are all well trained. With free food. Sneak up on the table and see what they caught. It said deep sea, but I think it was just our reef charter. Just a bunch of snappers and grunts. People search all day to catch these tarpon, and they're all sitting right here at the marina. We got some stoplight parrotfish down there, all taking the handouts. Surprisingly, no sharks. Yes. Would you like to catch one of these guys? People travel the world to come catch these fish. And they're sitting here getting a free meal. We're waiting on the regatta to figure out what they're doing for their second heat. But where I left off was the coordinator was informing the captains to go get drunk. Should definitely make it more interesting for a second round. These are all like juveniles, I guess. Yeah, one, I'll see if I can zoom in when he comes back around. Got a remora tagging along. A couple of them do. Number four. And the fish just know it's intermediate time. After you get back from your fishing trip on these charter boats, the co-captains and the mates will clean your fish for you. Then you can go right up to any of the restaurants here, and they will cook your catch to your liking. Sorry. Yeah, it's the freshest fish you'll probably ever have. Sort of cooking it right on the boat. Everybody's talking about their big ponds they have. And this be an ultimate saltwater pond here. This section used to be part of a turtle sanctuary place for their turtle farming, I guess. remora hanging on the tarpon's back, picking up the scraps. You gotta wonder, did the first tarpon that shared this information with the rest of them regret it? From unlimited free food to competition, but still kind of unlimited. So it's gotta be at least once, maybe twice a day here. I'm really surprised there's no nurse sharks or anything in here. So maybe they got a grouper sticking out of the bucket or something. Maybe a big snapper. It's kind of small to be a grouper, so it's likely a snapper. That dog's just not having this trip here. Some other options of fish you can catch out here. Their best spots on the other side. I think this here used to be a place where they brought the turtles in when they harvested them years and years and years ago.
Yeah. That's a pretty good size one right there. That one right?
Yeah.
Probably the biggest. See?
Yep.
Just hitting the surface.
And they're still small. They're about mid-size,
no,
I guess.
This one's bigger. This one's
Yeah,
bigger. Yeah.
yeah.
Look at that one. That was pretty good size. Maybe 100 pounds almost.
Surprised there's no nurse sharks or anything in here.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They usually like these feedings. They like the free food.
That's true.
It's enough of the tarpon to keep them pushed out.
Yeah, I've been here for 30 years. And one time I came over here and I was right outside of, well, right in that corner. Well, they clean fish over there too.
Okay.
And I mean, at the tarpon, it's called the tarpon.
Yes.
The white tarpon.
Yep.
And I saw a Goliath group.
Yeah.
I'd never seen one here before. And then I've also seen those manatee.
Yep.
Yeah, a couple manatees.
There's actually a manatee out there while they're doing the regatta.
Oh, were they?
They're running the little regatta boats out there today.
Yeah.
They're waiting on round 2 now.
Oh, is that right?
They told all the captains to get drunk before they got to round 2. Minimalist regatta.
Anthony, shake it off. All right, buddy. All right, man. Let's shake it. Enjoyed it.
Dinner for the wife.
Hey, you figure back in the day, they just throw lines in the water off the shoreline and bring in Goliath grouper the size of cars.
I thought they were protected.
They are, but this is going back probably 60s or so.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Yeah, when I was eating at the, it was this Cuban restaurant. They had pictures of the,
Giant.
giant. They just fished them out.
Well, no, they're pretty much back.
Oh,
they're
definitely-
actually
no, they opened up a season for them last year.
yes. It's an expensive season because you got to buy the permit and everything.
That's
and
right.
Certain sizes, but we've caught a couple by mistake. They just come up and eat whatever you got and they take off unless you're ready for them. Tarpon feeding in Key West.
Yeah, check this out. This was a friend of mine 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
He caught that grouper. Now watch this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was about a 13-foot hammerhead came up behind it.
Wow.
It started eating fucking trying to eat it.
Wow. I'd love to share that video on YouTube one day.
Yeah, he got that on.
See if he minds me sharing it maybe.
Yeah.
They kind of do. They kind of do. Where'd you come from?
We are in Key West,
One of
Florida.
them bloodsuckers.
Remoras, yeah. There's a little tiny one on top
Oh, there's
too.
another one. Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Looking for the free handouts.
Yeah.
We're in Key West, Florida. We're waiting on a regatta to happen for the locals of homemade boats. In the meantime, we found a charter boat coming in and feeding the tarpon.
Feed him, Freddie.
One of the guys was showing me a video of catching a Goliath grouper that got eaten by a hammerhead shark. These fish definitely know the routine. Reminds me of the old Miami Zoo when they had all the koi that you'd feed the fish food to. So I think we're short by one person to break our 3,100 subscriber mark. As soon as we break that 3,100 mark, we're going to do a random giveaway to a comment on a short in the very near future. We just finished up a trip to Iceland. Had all kinds of cool stuff there. We did a lot of live video there.
I've been trying to watch like everyone eats one.
We live in South Florida, so
Are they trying to get another one?
check out a lot of things down here in the Keys. A lot of coastal things. Got a little John boat we're working on at the house, and we'll do some other coastal exploring in that. Oh, yeah, good save. Yeah, they got everybody going on a boat out to the ocean to catch fish, and they're all sitting right here.
I know. They're all here.
It's a little more fishy and bony than we need, though. Like a bunch of hungry puppies. Guys are amazing fish to fight on rod and reel. People come from around the world to catch these here.
Did you get a photo?
Yes.
Good job.
Notice some of them have the, I don't call them parasites, but you get those fish.
Remoras.
Is that remoras?
Remoras, yeah. So the little one there.
Stuck in their bags.
Tag along for the free food.
He likes the same. Also can't keep anything nice for a day off and might not chips in them or broken or at the bottom of the tree and
This guy's looking for another free handout. Well, I can see your name now, Troy. Thank you for joining in. For some reason, it's hard to read the first couple of words with the sun when the phone gets hot. So I gotta remember this happened about 4 o'clock. Maybe I'll start making trips down here every once in a while. Just check this out.
nothing special.
You got one little piece and patiently waiting a second.
Hundreds or thousands of dollars to go chase one down. Yeah.
We used to do that at Stock Island.
Advertise for us. Yeah, tell everybody to come with us. Guys, enjoy the fish. The new one? You try that one?
So it's one of those events that some people like myself never gets old watching the fish eat.
Right at the bell, too. You didn't get that. You weren't getting dinner.
It's like a process. Clean off his,
But actually, they're remorse and they're feeding off whatever leftover foods. They hit the ride. Their sucker's not actually their mouth; it's actually on their forehead, on the back of their head.
Interesting.
It's always exciting when you get that big one on, you know. You get all the training.
If you ever
They're
had,
kind of laying like upside down.
yeah, and they just ride on the streamline of the fish to move around, and they feed on whatever scraps come off. Supposedly, have you ever had cobia?
No.
It's a really good fish, but that's supposed to be like a poor man's cobia,
Coffee.
because they do get several feet long.
Sure. You gotta make your website,
We even call it big grouper. Will be hanging out on the side of their grouper, and if you reel them up,
Yeah.
they'll be hanging on still inside their
2
grouper.
for 1, huh?
Yeah. They're too small to eat at that point, but catching 2 fish for 1, sure.
Big boys. Bill with his 4 little fish. Bill on the bottom. Almost double.
Yeah, he said he had to go back and get them.
Yes,
This is almost more entertaining than Robbie's, where you hand feed them. They got a place in Alamorada too that you can actually hand feed them.
Robbie's?
Up in Alamorada.
Yeah.
And I think Bud and Mary's, you can also do it now.
Right, okay.
Off their dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to pay to get on their dock and buy a bucket of fish or whatever, but it's an adrenaline rush. Because they got really big ones there. These are like mid-size.
Mid-size. Gotcha.
Did you talk to him this morning?
I can get big fish. It's crazy. I don't think I've seen big fish like
How'd I do for my first day?
Bottomless stomachs.
I missed one. It was that. It was like that.
Here come the fish stories.
Got some little sergeant majors down there too.
No, if I could.
Was a grouper? I think it's a grouper.
I forget exactly.
That one's gonna be a nice dinner for somebody. Said after the fish and chips, they'll clean your fish for you. You walk right over to the restaurant and they'll cook it up. Short of cooking it on a boat yourself, you're not gonna get much fresher.
Well, it's feeling right. I took it out twice, plugged it up. It got hot. I put it back in the right.
Corey, the owner this morning. Check it. He only owns the one that I know. His family up in New Hampshire, they were 4 or 5
I like only throwing the skin in. They're keeping the rest of the parts for future bait. They swimming around eating popcorn.
Chickens walking down the street. Pelican comes up. Yeah.
Another one coming in the Key West Airport. Let's take a walk back down to the Schooner Wharf, see how that regatta second heat's going. Have fun. Definitely put this on my list of places to come around 4 o'clock. See, great food right here on the docks. Nice clean water. So I came down here today for what they call a minimalist regatta. They get to make a boat out of a sheet of plywood, 2 2x4s, a roll of duct tape, and a pound of fasteners, your choice. Some screws, zip ties. And they were allowing epoxy paint, but no silicones, no sealants.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they lost 3 of them, maybe 4. Waterfront brewery at Key West. Yeah, some of the boats didn't make it off the starting line. Some of them actually capsized 1 foot before the finish line. Sunset Water Sports here. got Miss Key West, a shrimp boat. And they actually used that boat as a model for one of the little regatta boats today. I think it's still parked right over here. We are here for that event right there. Just one of the examples, one of the higher quality ones. And this is one that didn't make it. It sank pretty early in their race. Oh, we're just in time, it looks like. Catitude and the Concraft.
All right, we
are just in time.
Some incredibly crafted boats here.
The Catitude was the first winner, the first race.
The whole thing.
I think the Concraft was like a Chris Craft replica.
Those races will stay with us and all race each other at the end.
They were actually pulling the skiers around with them.
Of the kayak division will take place in this round here. We are getting close to the end.
And they've had about 2 hours to get drunk, so.
Concraft, Richard, raise your paddle. Are you ready? Catitude with Captain Debbie. Are you ready? It looks like they're good to go, homie.
Catitude's ready. I kind of referred to it as a version of soapbox derbies.
And remember, to all you teams out there that are still here, there's a chance you're going to win an award. They got a ton of them to give out today. Right.
They're very creative with their awards. The Ricky Bobby inspired boat there.
Having won their first rounds, once again ready to face off.
Uh-oh, I'm getting distracted.
All right, Concraft, Captain Richard taking position. Catitude, Captain Debbie taking position.
They had a birthday cake slice out here paddling around. That one actually made it.
All right, you guys ready? On your mark, get set, go! Coming up next, shake and bake and vote for
Oh no.
Two incredible designs, amazing entries. Once again, we have our acrobatic skiers behind there, getting towed along. Anybody's game right now, but that polydactyl cat's off to a quick little lead. We've been doing this for a long time here. I've never seen any boats like either one of those two.
Made perfect time in walking up right now.
It's incredible. Both these boats won their previous heat, guys. Give a big round of applause. You think they're going in just for creative design, but these guys were out to win today at the Schooner Wharf Bar. The six-toed cats pulling away for a nice lead once again there. 34th animal, minimum regatta right here. They're heading for the first mark. Comes the first mark.
They were running 3 and 4 at a time earlier.
For the award ceremony, live music coming up a little later on in the day, and there's still great drink and food specials for your Memorial Day weekend. Concraft making the first mark right now, and Catitude off to a big lead now. Already heading down to the second mark. And the skiers made it around the bend too, just clearing the first mark. Well done. Catitude now approaching the second mark and heading for the stretch. Let's get round 2 in the water. Shake and
Had a
bake.
couple of the homemade
Vote for
kayak boats. They
Sarah.
were fighting all the way around. The guy who was in second place took first and then capsized right before the finish line. So we had other ones that were capsizing right here at the start line.
As they hit the second marker, Concraft coming in. Scratch that, catching up a little bit, probably. Our trio of skiers rounds the marker as well. There's still no shark in sight.
There we
So
go.
2 boats you thought would have been out for design only to get creative. They're in the lead. Both took first in their first heats there and showing some compelling times right now in the semifinal open category.
Showing they're getting tired. One more buoy, one more buoy.
Running out of steam. Come on, baby. Psych them up. Hello. Either way, you guys got to take them surprises, but still paddling away today, making it happen. Coming approaching that final mark. Here comes Catitude.
Catitude wins the first
Turning in for the win.
this
here.
round.
Fury.
This guy's ready for boat for
We got
sale.
2 boats in the water, guys. Back her down. Here it comes for the win. First place in semifinals. Catitude. Going on to the finals there. Catitude in the game there. Concraft making the final mark.
Concraft making
Fury
an impressive
getting
finish.
third on this one.
The Fury Tours are coming in third.
Once again, Catitude with Captain Debbie there. Captain Debbie, and Concraft there coming in now. Captain Richard Clark, let's hear it for him, guys. Both excellent jobs, great designs there, and also winning their first heats with some amazing.
Still amazing. Just yesterday I was in 40 degrees in Iceland. Now we're 100 degrees here in Key West. Dodging icebergs and now rounding buoys.
Excellent design, excellent boat. Way to go, guys.
Looks like we might have a Ricky Bobby and boat for sale up next.
To the final. I would have to imagine both of those are in contention for many other awards that we have here today. That is some good stuff, guys. Everybody that's still here, there are amazing awards, whether you won or didn't. Honorable mentions.
They got awards for everything.
Tons and tons and thousands. Keep going. They can think right there.
They may let us restart.
Turbo booster.
Trying to stay in the shade now. Not that there's much here.
That was a slight by mistake with that paddle there, but looks like my guy's trying to catch up as fast as humanly possible, given the conditions. So shake and bake off to a good lead, heading for the first mark. But if so, don't discount boat for sale. Nip it at the heels. Big Pink's got the lead.
See if we can keep this phone just cool enough to keep going.
There she goes, off and running. Boat for sale on her heels right now.
Shake and bake in the lead.
Our next group to get in the water. Keys Mobile Auto. Tires on location. And Rubber Ducky. Shake and bake approaching the second mark right now. And here comes Boat for Sales right on the heels. It's going to be down to stamina on this one. They're making the stretch.
Clean the guitar.
Shake and bake, do some drafting.
You got some projects going on.
Look out, Boat for Sale trying to close the gap right now. While they're running down that back stretch, shake and bake.
A little bit of shade kicking in. So I sneak over here.
And the artist, I guess it was Rose Huska as well. Has the NASCAR team costume design inspired by Ricky Bobby's Go Fast. Little tribute to that.
If you're not first, you're last.
Around the final mark. Shake and bake, making the turn. Captain Rose bringing it home. Look out! Just a few yards for the win. And
Shake and Bake's got it.
Shake and bake. Let's hear it for everybody.
Making Ricky Bobby proud.
Now making a turn. Second place, Boat for Sale. Coming up at the finish, and Shake and Bake will go on to the finals. All right, and remember, everybody who wins in this round, stay right on the dock, because it'll be a three-person.
Tires on location and Rubber Ducky out there next.
Coming up in just a little while, right after the kayak race. Captain Elliott in there, second place right now in our semifinals there. Boat for Sale, job well done.
That's right. Second place is the first loser.
And 39 out there, Keys Mobile. Tires on location, Rubber Ducky. That is the final semifinal for this round. Coming up, these 3 boats, the winner will go on to the finals.
I gotta look into a cooling fan for this phone. I got spoiled with the phone got spoiled with that Iceland air. It does not like this direct sun. So I know before we started this, we were just under 3,100. We break that 3,100 mark. We're gonna do a random giveaway on a short in the near future to a random comment. Greatly appreciate everybody's support out there.
Need 3 of them. Tires on location. Keys Mobile Auto.
Makes these trips more enjoyable for sure, knowing other people are getting enjoyed as well.
We know rubber duckies and Keys Mobile Auto.
We're gonna do 3 or just 2? I'm surprisingly well behaved after 2 hours of drinking.
Kind of funky, but like right here.
Got some good footage of the tarpon eating a few minutes ago. Came down here just in time. Looks like they're gonna run 3.
Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 boats. Looks like Keys Mobile's got you on the left here.
Possibly
Keys
Key.
Mobile, Captain Morgan, raise the paddle. Okay, that's him on the far left there.
We got Keys Mobile, Rubber Ducky, and Tires on Location. They got a pick for a winner.
All right, and then that's Dawson, Rubber Ducky. Raise your paddle, he's ready to go there.
This might be a good house project. Maybe enter in as Team Island Flow next year.
Tires on location with Captain Alito. Raise your paddle, ready there. Tires on location. All right, so remember, everybody wins in this round.
Everybody wins.
And yourself on the dock because you're going again real soon. So coming up next is the kayak round. And right now, Keys Mobile Auto, Tires on Location, Rubber Ducky. Frank, see if they're ready for it. All right, guys, Keys Mobile, Captain Morgan, raise the paddle, are you ready?
And they're off.
Fantastic, Rubber Ducky. Captain Dawson, are you ready? Last but not least there, Captain Alito, Tires on Location, are you ready? Looks like we're good to go. Help me take it away. On mark, get set, go. And they're off. Bear in mind, Rubber Ducky. You've got Captain Dawson is 10 years old in this race, guys, right there in the middle. Give it up for him. Racing off, hanging with the big dogs here at Schooner Wharf today.
Got some good competition on this one. Oh no!
Look out.
Oh no!
No.
They're going down. Going down. Going down.
Slightly off course. Eligible for the Sinker Award, though. Oh, wait a minute. We do have another audition for the Sinker Award.
So if they can make it out of the gate, they got to have a shot.
Got a shot after all that one. Fantastic. All right. So Keys Mobile looks like they're off in front right now there with Rubber Ducky right behind. Oh. They're good at fixing stuff and paddling apparently.
He's still struggling, doesn't know what he's going to do here.
Rubber Ducky. Come on, buddy, lay it on him right now. Keys Mobile making the turn right now, heading down the stretch. It's like Rubber Ducky making the stretch, making the turn to the stretch right now. All right, we can get our kayaks in the water for the championship coming up next. Here it goes.
Championship kayak race.
Captain Troy down there right now from Kayak Kings. Winning up our card shirt.
I think he's going to the lifeboat. Gave up.
And the secret weapon, Captain Kieran.
Not good when you sink on the start line.
Here we go. Captain Morgan, Keys Mobile approaching the final mark.
Tires on location.
Making the turn. Going for the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Captain Morgan and Keys Noble. Moving on to the finals. And the winner in our first year youth division and second place in this particular race. And remember,
And a 10-year-old. Success. Celebrating with his rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky coming in second place in the semifinals.
Nice job.
Tyler's on location. Is that you coming in first there? Tyler's on location. Lift your paddle up. Lift your Tyler's on location. Wave at me. Okay, that's him right there. Ladies and gentlemen, first place, Tyler's on location. So you will be advancing to the finals.
Got to camouflage the jetpack.
Right there, guys, and give up the rubber ducky. Excellent job, both you guys. So all boats for the finals have been selected now. Stick around. It's kayak time.
Not bad for a 10-year-old. He stayed right up there with him and won his division.
Keys Noble just Captain Dawson. Keys Noble just made the first turn there at the mark. Paddle around going for some.
Well, set yourself up for next year, year after. Every year Memorial Day. This is the 34th year of doing this.
This race
You can check it out at Schooner Wharf, Minimalist Regatta. From what I understand, the main rules are 4x8 sheet of plywood,
right after this, all
2 2x4s, a roll of duct tape,
will go for the championship.
and a pound of fasteners.
And then the award ceremony. And then you can see Magic Frank at his magic car.
Seen them use zip ties. Obviously, they're using screws, but hidden.
Looks like we're lined up here.
And I think there's a gray area. You can use epoxy paint, but you cannot use silicone or a sealant. But I think some of that airboat epoxy paint would be very well for this.
We have a new captain on there, have that roof down over here with Captain Nate Bosey. Captain Nate, raise your paddle, are you ready? Captain Kira, are you ready? This is the finals in the kayak division. Hobie makes it.
No jetpacks.
Take it away. All right, guys.
Definitely make it more interesting, though.
Championships on your mark. Get set, go. The card shark is intended to have to our friend Magic Frank up here.
Not bad for a homemade kayak, I'll tell you that.
Again, I love to see this. Both of these people look like they may have rowed a boat before in their lifetime.
Homemade paddles and everything.
Neck and neck, Ricky's Jubilee out there with Captain Meg Bosey facing off in the card shark with our very own Kira from Kayak Kings. They are neck and neck, side by side. Let's see who's going to get this race. We know who I'm pulling for. Card shark.
There was
look
a
at the first mark right now.
like a miniature schooner earlier with sails. They were non-functional, but they had
Right
them.
now, looks like the card shark's lagging a little bit, but we can catch up there. Chase it here, chase it. Looks like Nikki's Jubilee is in the lead, heading for the second mark.
I need more stamina than that for second place.
Making a move.
That push harder.
Both boats past the second mark there. Captain Nate Bosey in the stretch. Our sinker is getting locked right now. They're passing up the next sinker and Good Spirit Award there from the last race. Our safety boat has got a keen eye on the sinker from the last race. So toughen it out. Lead that last one. Heading into the finals here, it looks like
Not too far apart, but not close enough to win.
About to make that last turn, but hold on tight. Don't go down the card shark still pulling fast.
We've seen them sink right there, so it's not over till it's over.
Heading for the finish there. First place is Nikki's Jubilee.
There you go.
From Island Guitars.
Key West champion. Island Guitars.
Second place, the card shark, Captain Kira. Let's hear it. For Kyle King and the card shark. Here at Schooner Wharf Bar.
The other guy's still kicking.
All right, and
I think that was from the previous race.
Coming up in just a minute. Who are they? So congratulations again on Mickey's Jubilee.
That is
First
determination.
place there.
Not going to quit till
And
it's
the
over.
34 category, Schooner Warp Bar Minimum Regatta. Congratulations to the kayak division. And now in the open division there.
He's getting help swimming over to
In
him.
the finals, there are 3 boats left.
They got all the sharks out of the marina here.
Attitude, tires on location.
I don't think the actual sail would help you here because it's not just one direction, and you may be working against yourself for half the
So
race.
Attitude, shake and bake, and tires on location. Get your boats to the water.
Attitude, shake and bake, and tires on location. Got the final round here.
In the open category, in the 34th annual Schooner Warp Bar Minimum Regatta.
Tires on location, ready to go.
Don't forget to stick around and get a snootful later on. And here comes Hobie's favorite boat in the race again, Fury. There it is.
Fury's ready. And they're going to cheat with power.
Okay, shake and bake Captain Rose. Let's see out there, along with tires on location, Captain Ringo.
I guess swimming the course counts as completing the course. Seen a couple of different ideas they had for paddles. They either use part of a 2x4 pieces of plywood, or they just cut a whole paddle out of plywood.
Regular races here, there are so many other categories: best paint job, costume, sinker, most creative, best sportsmanship, and of course fastest, and tons of honorable mentions. Literally thousands of dollars worth of prizes for your participation in this awesome event. And look who just came across the finish line. Tag down. Better late than never. They're going.
Better late than never. A whole race behind, but he made it.
I have no idea who it is.
May have to look more in depth into the rules and regulations. Shake and bake. He's definitely got a good balance going on.
All right, so Keys Mobile made it in there. Good sportsmanship right there, all the way around. Not about to give up there. Congratulations, Captain Morgan there. Miguel Henry did a great job with the boat design, and Danger Charters as the artist.
I'm really surprised that Catitude has ton of swells it has.
Finals in the open category. The last 3 boats racing today.
So much extra everything on the boat.
Where's the paddle? Where are you out there? Getting the boat yet? Getting in right now.
Stay close. We're gonna go get some food. Ready to go get some snacks?
Lining up on the dock there. Also in this.
They should make it where the winner has to take a shot before the next race. The Tipsy G.
All right, try to remember that all these people just raced minutes ago, so there's a fatigue factor that may play.
There's definitely fatigue and endurance going on. Not the most hydrodynamic boats I've seen.
Okay, Shake and bake, Captain Rose, raising over for me there.
Shake and bake ready.
Excellent. Next up, tires on location.
Tires on location ready.
Rego got you there, fantastic. And
Catitude.
Catitude.
Catitude's ready.
Looking good there. Hoping they are all yours. All right, for the final race.
Final race.
The 34th annual Skinner Wharf Bar Minimal Regatta. On your mark. Get set, go.
Final race.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, the finals in the open category today. Live at Skinner Wharf, 34th annual Middle Regatta.
Oh no, he lost half a paddle.
On these last races, guys.
He lost half a paddle.
It looks like.
Oh, he lost both.
Off to a good lead in the shake and
He
bake
lost
right
two
there.
chunks of his paddle.
In honor of Ricky Bobby's Go Fast car, but
Oh, no.
Nipping at the heels right there.
This could
Looks
be twice the
tires on
effort.
location. Captain Wrangler
Really
out
impressed.
there. They're neck and neck at this point. And Catitude.
Working on all adrenaline.
Third place, Captain Debbie. Keep the cat going there. That Polydactyl's still in the game.
Get her closer to the finish line.
She just made the turn there. Back to back right there. Tires on location. They are side by side. Looks like tires on location's taking a slight lead. Oh no! Did we have a tip over there? Chivalry is dead in the deep south. Looks like Shake and Bake just took a sugar book.
I think we lost
Looks
Shake and
like
Bake.
the giant cat's ass may come in. Maybe, who knows?
Ricky Bobby's not going to be proud of this. The tire guy's going to come in with broken paddles.
All right. Tires on location, out to a commanding lead after that great move in turn number one there at the mark where he snuck the inside lane, caught a lead and kept to it. Our second boat there, unfortunately, Shake and Bake did their best, going for that sinker award now as our never-ending happy cat Catitude is passing up Captain Debbie, still in the game there, going for that second place. But coming around the final mark, here we go in the open category. Ladies and gentlemen, tires on location. Rego, let's hear it for him. First place. 2025 open class winners. And as I mentioned before,
Ricky Bobby going down in
that company
bubbles.
has saved my ass 3 times this year from car breakdowns, man. And they just took it down today, ladies and gentlemen, at the 34th Animal Minimal Regatta live at the Scooter Wharf Bar. Let's hear it for them.
The dump became a reef of the marina. Catch Catitude coming in.
Looks
We're
like
out
Captain
of
Rose
here.
is still swimming. They're going for that good sportsman. Oh, I think she's heading over to the rescue boat. Well done. Captain Bryce got one to take in today after all. Nope, she's going back. Catitude making the final mark here. Going for second place in the open category. Ladies and gentlemen, as they're heading into the home stretch here, let's hear it for Catitude. Give them a big round of applause.
There we go.
Captain Debbie coming in second place right now. 34th Annual Minimal Regatta. Live at the world famous Schooner Wharf Bar.
We go. See if they got any of the boats
And now it's time
in the back
to
alley
drink,
again.
my friend.
Now it's time to drink. Some, old custom bikes at Key West. And this one sank. One of the first rounds. This one didn't make it. But they'll put on the calendar for next Memorial Day. Be doing it again. We gathered some kind of tour here or something, maybe a sunset cruise. There's some of the failures from earlier. This one here was zip tied together. There's one more of the victims. They gave it their all, but they didn't make it. One of the kayaks. Plenty of artwork on it. Pretty cool. So one of those doing the water skiers. Conch craft. And the birthday cake. Survived but didn't make it past the first round.
Soldiers past and
The
present.
rubber ducky.
For the reason we have Memorial Day, man, put your hands in the air for the soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice, and of course their
Celebration to all the
families
soldiers.
that are along with them right now. Memorial Day here at the Schooner Wharf Bar, a Key West tradition for many, many years.
And Holy Mo here, do me a favor, tell us what's going on June 17th. Right behind you, great man.
That's right. It's the biggest birthday party.
Refuse to quit.
The man who made all us famous, Rob O'Neill. Birthday party right here at the Schooner Wharf.
They got it, they got it. There is no boat anymore.
They are still on the way right now. Shake and bake, making for the finish line in good sportsman's category. Awards coming soon.
Good for them. Oh, there.
Oh, the boat's back. There's no quitting now.
Making the final turn.
That is pure dedication.
At the final mark right now. Shake and bake coming in, guys. Give them a big round of applause.
Nice
This
job,
is
people.
teamwork at its finest. Camaraderie, teamwork, and good sportsmanship across the board for Shake and Bake here today. Just a few yards to go.
Nicely done.
Hold on tight, here they come. This will do it for 2025, the 34th annual Ryder Minimum Regatta.
As we pass up the great Jimmy Buffett's recording studio.
Captain Rose, once again,
I think we're out of here unless someone wants to go for a little tour of Key West. I got a little bit of battery left.
Talk about good sportsmanship. That's like the
Not, we'll do another trip down here. Spend a day wandering the streets of Key West. And I'd appreciate you all for joining in. The new subscribers. All right, we'll go for a little walk while I got some battery left. Let's go along the boardwalk. So again, that there is the old Jimmy Buffett recording studio. If you're into his music, then a lot of great music was made here. Get all the tourist boats here for parasailing, sunset charters, dinner cruises. They do reef snorkeling. The restaurant here, the Concord Public Seafood House, is selling off all their old merch. $10 t-shirts. Always a great place to come have a meal. During lobster season, they got their lobster boats right here to unload. Get the Jolly Rover, one of the sunset sailing boats. Do all kinds of good stuff here. Got some aquariums inside. You can sit there and watch the fish. More of the seafood companies, charter boats for their own food. I think we're feeding some more fish over here. We got some parrotfish, some snapper, some nice top-plate parrotfish. They're red and green. I'm not sure if it started a second live or still in the beginning of this first one. We were there watching the tarpon eat for a good long while at one of the charter returns. Got some offshore trolling. Fish monster. We got one of the head boats here. Apparently Fish Monster's got a couple of boats now. Just a trolling boat, a little bit of everything, maybe reef and trolling. This one's just sitting on the reef. Let me get back to the shade so I read what's going on. I know it's not the only place in the world to do it, but this is a really cool atmosphere. Very fortunate to have this just a few hours away. A little bit rough to get here today after getting in at midnight, but I've been trying to do that regatta, at least watch it for a few years now, and we've made it happen. So here we got a snorkeling boat, and they do kayak, go out to the reefs, and they do kayaking and snorkeling, paddle boarding, get the big floats to hang out on the reefs. Sunset water sports, eco tours. And when I get my nose cleared up the rest of the way, come down here so we can do some interviews with some of these charter people. Maybe give them a free commercial or something, have them explain what they do. A&B Lobster House has been here forever. Anthony's Oyster Bar. Come down here and people watch, boat watch, fish watch, bird watch. We'll definitely be down here again, I hope, for Christmas parade they do. All the locals get together and they do a boat parade at that same bar. It's a nice sea view there. I think I prefer it with inboards, but we're in the phase of life that everything's outboards. More Fish Monster charters. We got the pilot boat here. Anybody ever been on a cruise? Your captain of your ship is not the one driving the boat in and out of the port. The guy riding this boat does. And they got the AC going because there must be a ship either coming in or getting ready to go out. I think, yes, the treasure store is still here. But they're closed up. This is all stuff from the shipwrecks. Mel Fisher coins. The lady who actually owns or works the store used to work with Mel Fisher on the recovery of the artifacts. The famous Key West scooters. Very walkable town if you stay on the main streets. but the scooters will definitely get you there quicker. These guys are closed early today, but all the different touristy things you catch here at these booths, between scooter rentals or charters, salty bottom boats. Lots of merch shops here. That's Hyatt. They got a nice pool on the ocean. Next one over is Pier House. Another great hotel. Got a private beach, got a pool, dive shops. See if we can make it down to the end of Duval Street there before this phone overheats again. Another great event here, definitely more adult oriented, is Fantasy Fest. Great Halloween celebration. It's a week-long party. It ends on the Saturday of the last weekend of October and starts on the previous Friday or Saturday. Amazing party. It's like 7 days of different themed parties. Ends with like a Mardi Gras style parade. They got ghost tours. Got like a trolley bus. I think it's coming this way now. They take you around, give you some history. Different things that have happened over the years. They're supposedly haunted. Probably one of the best localized restaurants I think is down here, coming up right now. Two Friends Patio Restaurant. A couple of locals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A lot of good times had here. I got some music inside tonight. Decent economical breakfast. Oh, they got some music getting ready to start now. But the whole YouTube doesn't like me doing music, so. Ghosts and graveyards. We also have the conch train. The Great Way. It's like a hop-on, hop-off type system. You get one ticket for the day. It takes you around the Old Town area. This is probably one of my favorite places. Definitely in Florida. Reservations. It's a tour to die for. Cool little mini bus there. So if you do come down here, you want to have rehydration on a budget. It's CVS right on the corner of Duval. Very convenient, ice cold water, reasonable price. This used to be a First Union many years ago, and then there was no need for the bank anymore because all the digital world, and now it's a clothing store. We're gonna head over to Maui Square since the phone's holding up. Harbor House here. That's not what I'm thinking of. There's one behind it. It's a Cuban restaurant. Really good food here. Gift shops on the backside. A really cool place to be here. Got some more public parking. Unfortunately, it seems that the parking is variable. Today they got me for $7 an hour. But if you stay at one of the hotels, it's included. And sometimes you get creative where you park. Maybe you have to walk a little further. Hopefully the sinus thing's gonna clear up for me in the next couple days. Get one more day before I re-enter the work life again. No ships and no performers. Still early for the performers. This whole area here will be filled with performers. But they have it all blocked off as well. This is something new going on. No trespassing. Used to be all the street performers here. Maybe they just do it up in this area here now. Or they're expecting a cruise ship to come in, maybe. This is one of the areas for cruise ships to dock. That over there is nicknamed Sunset Island because it has a sunset every night just on the outside of it. It was an old fueling island back in the military days. Yeah, judging by the pilot boats there, run air conditioning, they may be waiting for a cruise ship to come in. Once again, appreciate everybody. This phone's getting hot again. We will catch up on the next go around. Thank you to everybody. Be on the lookout for that short coming up soon. We'll have a random comment. Get a souvenir hat from Island Flow. Appreciate everybody. See you next time. See you, Lee.